Singles Day. The name might sound solitary, but in China, it's anything but. Every year, on November 11th, the country transforms into a vibrant, bustling marketplace, both online and off. What started as a tongue-in-cheek celebration for single university students has evolved into a retail phenomenon of staggering proportions. Originally an anti-Valentine's Day, Singles Day is now the world's largest online shopping event, eclipsing even the likes of Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined. For 24 hours, a digital gold rush sweeps the nation. Shoppers hunt for deals, brands battle for attention, and the sheer scale is almost unimaginable. For brands, especially in the fiercely competitive tech sector, Singles Day is the ultimate proving ground. It's a make-or-break moment that can define an entire year's success. Months of meticulous planning, marketing blitzes, and product launches all lead up to this single day. Smartphone makers, in particular, pour resources into capturing the attention of millions, knowing the stakes couldn't be higher. A win can send stock prices soaring and cement a brand's reputation. But a loss? It can rattle investors and leave companies scrambling to recover. The event has fundamentally reshaped retail in China and set new standards for global e-commerce, with transaction volumes that boggle the mind and break records year after year. For smartphone brands, Singles Day is more than just a sales opportunity. It's a declaration of relevance, innovation, and consumer trust in the world's most dynamic market. As the clock struck midnight on November 11, 2025, the frenzy faded, but anticipation lingered. The industry held its breath, waiting for the numbers that would reveal the victors and the vanquished. Analysts pored over mountains of data, dissecting every chart and sales figure, eager to see which flagship device would win not just Chinese hearts, but their wallets too. The numbers told a clear and resounding story. One company, an American giant, didn't just compete, it dominated the day, outpacing rivals on every front. The day belonged unequivocally to Apple and its new champion, the iPhone 17, which captured the imagination of millions. Singles Day had crowned a new king, and the world's eyes were fixed on China, watching as the retail landscape shifted in real time. The center of gravity in global retail had moved, and Apple now stood at the heart of it all, redefining what success looks like in the digital age. The spectacle was complete, but as dawn broke over the city, it was clear. The real story of innovation, ambition, and rivalry was just beginning. The final Singles Day sales figures revealed a surprising truth, one that would send shockwaves through the entire smartphone industry. What looked like a healthy market on the surface was, in fact, hiding a much more dramatic story beneath. On paper, the Chinese smartphone market appeared to have grown by 3% year-on-year, a figure that would normally signal a rebound after months of stagnation and uncertainty. But this modest gain was an illusion, masking the real dynamics at play. The numbers, when examined closely, told a very different story.
The entire market's growth was powered almost entirely by Apple. While other brands struggled to attract buyers, Apple's iPhones flew off the shelves, dominating sales charts and retail floors alike. Remove the iPhone from the equation, and the market actually shrank by 5%. Without Apple's performance, the industry would have faced another year of decline. Apple's dominance was so overwhelming, it single-handedly propped up the entire industry, becoming the pillar that kept the market afloat, while competitors faded into the background.
This wasn't just a good day for Apple, it was a phenomenal one. As Apple stores buzzed with energy and excitement, rival brands watched their own sales stagnate or even decline. The 3% growth masked a deep divide. Apple soared to new heights, while everyone else struggled to keep pace. The gap between Apple and its competitors had never been more obvious.
The message was clear. Apple wasn't just winning, it was in a league of its own, setting the pace and leaving others scrambling to catch up. The gravitational pull of the iPhone skewed the entire market, drawing in customers and attention, and making it nearly impossible for competitors to compete on equal footing.
For competitors, the warning was stark. In the premium segment, Apple had no equal. The brand's allure and customer loyalty had reached new heights. The industry had to reckon with a new reality. Apple was not just a participant, but the defining force in the market, reshaping expectations and strategies for everyone else. Singles Day had become Apple's stage, a showcase for its dominance, and a reminder to the world that one titan could lift an entire market. The driving force behind Apple's Singles' Day dominance? None other than the iPhone 17 series, a lineup that captured the imagination of millions and set new records for the brand.
The base iPhone 17 emerged as the true star of the event, with its sales more than doubling those of last year's model. Its blend of cutting-edge features and accessible pricing made it irresistible to a wide range of shoppers, from first-time buyers to loyal Apple fans. Meanwhile, the Pro and Pro Max models weren't far behind. They experienced robust double-digit growth, drawing in tech enthusiasts eager for the latest innovations and premium experiences.
Apple's appeal stretched across every demographic, from value seekers looking for the best deal to those who crave the absolute cutting edge in mobile technology. The iPhone 17 series truly had something for everyone.
The synergy between the different models created a powerful halo effect, boosting not just individual sales, but elevating the entire Apple brand. Shoppers were drawn in by the variety and left impressed by the quality.
Apple didn't just sell phones, it captured the lion's share of both revenue and attention, dominating headlines and social media feeds throughout the Singles' Day event. The iPhone 17 quickly became a cultural and commercial juggernaut, seen everywhere from bustling city streets to online communities buzzing with excitement.
It was more than just a product launch. It was a phenomenon that brought people together, sparking joy and anticipation in every corner of the market.
Apple's deep understanding of consumer desire, paired with flawless execution and relentless innovation, set a new standard for the industry and left a lasting impression. The iPhone 17 didn't just win Singles' Day. It redefined what success looks like for a product launch, raising the bar for competitors everywhere. In the end, the competition was left in the dust, as Apple's unstoppable momentum carried it to new heights. Why did the iPhone 17, especially the base model, resonate so powerfully? Apple delivered meaningful upgrades, double the storage, a better camera, and advanced sensors, without raising the price.
Stable pricing signaled value, while practical improvements addressed real user needs. The camera upgrades appealed to a generation obsessed with visual storytelling.
More storage and better performance made the device feel like a true leap forward.
For the same price, buyers got a significantly better phone.
The value proposition was irresistible. No hesitation, just a clear upgrade. The result? The base iPhone 17 more than doubled its sales. It became the undisputed Singles' Day champion, Apple's formula. Real upgrades, smart pricing, and perfect timing.
Apple didn't rely on product quality alone. Its promotions were smart and timely. Modest discounts, especially on Pro models, created urgency without cheapening the brand. Even a 300 yuan discount made a premium purchase feel smarter.
Interest-free installment plans made the iPhone 17 accessible to more buyers.
Spreading payments lowered barriers, fueling sales volume.
Apple understood Singles' Day shoppers want deals, even on premium products. The combination of value, discounts, and flexible payments was irresistible.
These weren't desperate moves. They were calculated accelerants.
Apple maximized sales velocity, ensuring the iPhone 17 was the day's most talked about device. The strategy worked to perfection.
While Apple celebrated, Huawei and Xiaomi faced tough times. Huawei's flagship Mate 80 missed Singles' Day, launching 2 weeks too late. Without a new hero product, Huawei's sales plummeted. Xiaomi's problem was the opposite. Their flagship launched too early, losing momentum by November.
Both brands missed the critical sales window, leaving Apple unchallenged.
Timing is everything in the smartphone wars. Apple's September launch put its latest devices front and center. Huawei and Xiaomi's missteps left a gap Apple was happy to fill. The lesson: in this market, timing can make or break a brand.
Apple's win and rivals' struggles reveal a lot about today's Chinese smartphone buyer. Excluding Apple, the market was weak. Consumers are cautious, upgrading only for real value.
Earlier subsidy programs meant many had already upgraded before Singles' Day, shrinking the pool of buyers.
Brands are shifting focus to premium devices, raising prices but selling fewer units.
In this climate, consumers demand tangible upgrades and long-term value. Apple's iPhone 17, with clear improvements at a stable price, fit the new mindset perfectly. Rivals without fresh, compelling products struggled to excite buyers. The modern Chinese consumer is savvy and selective. In 2025, Apple told the most convincing story.
Apple's Singles Day win sends shockwaves through the market. It cements Apple as the premium leader, forcing rivals to rethink strategies.
Local loyalty and hardware alone aren't enough. Apple's ecosystem and brand aspiration set it apart. Competitors must adjust launch schedules and promotions to challenge Apple.
For consumers, this means more innovation and better deals as brands compete.
Apple's momentum will likely carry into 2026, strengthening its brand further. The iPhone's status as aspirational yet accessible is now unshakable. Even in a market with strong local players, Apple's focus on user experience and value wins out. The premium Chinese market is now Apple's stronghold. The bar has been raised for everyone.
What can rivals learn from Apple's Singles Day masterclass? The key, a compelling value proposition, real upgrades, no extra cost.
Timing is crucial. Apple's September launch ensures freshness for big sales events.
A complete package matters. Hardware, software, ecosystem, and brand all work together.
Smart promotions, modest discounts, and installment plans. Lower barriers without hurting the brand.
Competitors must plan launches to peak at critical moments, not before or after.
Building a sticky ecosystem is as important as specs.
Even premium brands should use tactical promotions to maximize sales.
Apple's blueprint, great product, perfect timing, holistic experience, and savvy marketing, sets the standard. The competition will be studying this playbook for years.
In 2025, Apple didn't just win Singles Day, it rewrote the rules.